We got to start with the pants. You're from Texas, playing the Cowboys this week. Was Whataburger your favorite place growing up?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, it was a go-to spot after any game, almost after anything celebratory. You got to go to Whataburger.
What'd you get?
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich.
What does this defense need to do in order to be successful this weekend?
Well, first we need to play our game, and you know that involves stopping the run. And at that point, like you said, one-dimensional. They have to pass. But really, I think it's just we got to play each play like it's our last. You know, you can't take the plays for granted. You know, waiting till the end of the game to make them.
For you specifically in your position, just what's been talked about this week in practice of what you want to accomplish?
Be able to affect the quarterback and contain the run.
Does it mean a little bit more being from Texas and playing the Cowboys at home?
I don't exactly know. You know, I'm more of a day-by-day person, so I didn't even think that far.
And this team has just been extremely special this year. Last week, seeing Teddy get emotional in the locker room, getting the game ball. Do you feel that you can compare kind of your story to his, you know, being from UTSA, not a lot of guys get drafted out of UTSA, just that almost the overcomer story?
Well, you know, I think that's the best story out there. And, you know, it's always great to see him thrive and do what he does. So, you know, it just paves the way for other people to, you know, have that come up. And
talk to me about that story, just the paving the way for you. How many people told you, you know, you wouldn't make it, let alone be a first-round draft pick?
A lot. And, you know, even at a certain point, I didn't know. You know, I can't say that I didn't believe, but I definitely didn't know.
Why do you doubt yourself? I've seen in interviews that you're constantly having to remind yourself that I do deserve to start for the Saints team.
I think it's more of sometimes I understand that I have this responsibility now. And I know that I have to work to maintain it, and I think it's just that. It's just like a constant work mindset.
Has it, I mean, obviously it's hit you that you're a starter on the Saints team, but just how tough was it getting acclimated your first year?
I think it was tough more on myself. You know, the team helped me out so much, and I have to thank them and the coaches for helping the process be easier than I let it be. So I think I was blessed with that.
Does it help having a guy that's been in the league for 9 years, Cameron Jordan, on the opposite side of you? Just how has he been a mentor to you and helping you get ready for this starting role?
You know, he's been great. I think of him more as like a brother, because, you know, he's going to be himself, and I think the best thing about him is, you know, he lets you be you. Yeah, he doesn't try to, you know, knock on you. He's always embracing, you know, especially if you can help the team.
Describe your style of play. How is it maybe different than his?
When I think of Cam, I think of Cam as he's a dog. He's a bully. It's all play. He's coming with the hands. Me, sometimes, you know, I can't say that I'm always, or I'm even finesse, but, you know, it's a different kind of game. Cam's more complete. I'm still working.
What are some of the things that you'd like to see improve this season?
Finesse, sacks. I want sacks. But really, just more of an impact. You know, consistently impacting the play. You know, completing my job, and from there, the plays will come.
As far as growing up in Texas, do you have any family members that are Cowboys fan that have been talking to you this week about this game?
No, but I do have a lot of family that wants to come. So yeah, that's luckily, you know, they root for the right team. And
your dad, you said, grew up rooting for the Saints. What was it like for you growing up?
So he used to force us to wear our jerseys everywhere. It was like me, my younger brother, and my older brother would just wear our jerseys, and it was matching. So it was definitely interesting when, you know, Cowboys fans came up to you. Oh, you're not even from there. I'm like, my dad is.
And now you play for him.
And now I play for him.
So they can't really say much.
Can't say much.
Are we going to see some jerseys up in the stands from your family? Are they all coming?
Oh yeah, a lot of them coming. You know, there's going to be a little section of 92.
If you could have a walk-up song, what would it be and why?
Till the End, by Logic. Yeah, that was a tough question, honestly, but luckily that was my draft day song.
Really?
Yeah.
Take me back to that day and getting drafted. I mean, you kind of went quickly up to the stage. I mean, did it hit you there, or did it hit you later that night?
It hit me it really hit me when I got here, because I was sitting there and I was like, it's taking so long. We haven't even made it to like 14, and when they did 14, I couldn't really wait, so I got up and I'm walking around, and they're like, just sit. Like, they had to get me back in there, and luckily I got that call, and I'm like, 5:04, I know this. My dad started yelling, and I remember just walking up there and just thinking, don't say anything dumb.
Yeah. What does it mean to you now to be one of the youngest starting defensive ends?
I'd never really thought of that. It honestly doesn't really mean much. I'm just blessed to be able to do what I can.
I'm sure it hits more when you look around your locker room and you've got the highest paid wide receiver in Michael Thomas, you got Alvin Kamara, Drew Brees, Sean Payton as your head coach. Just, is there ever moments where you look across the locker room and you're like, wow, I'm on the same team as these guys?
All the time. Definitely with, well, we got so many players. Yeah, I remember almost every time I see Drew, though, I'm like, Drew, that's Drew Brees. I'm still a fan. But I can say that I'm lucky with all my teammates. They, even though they do what they do, and they are superstars, they're still humans.
How have you seen, I guess with him being out, I know you've only been here 2 years, but has he kind of been the leader even though he's off the field this week?
Yeah, you know, Drew's always going to be that type of leader. He always leads by example, and you know that you're going to get his all when he's around or even when he's not. So, you know, he's a presence.
What do you hope to accomplish this weekend?
Hey, you just got to win. We just hope to win.